Hello and welcome to my video blog for Saturday, January the 22nd. Now this week we got some great news in that Walmart plans on adopting a little bit of Michelle Obama's Let's Move initiative. And in doing so, they plan on slicing or slashing some of their prices on things like fresh fruit, their produce, and frozen and blah, blah, blah. And that's all great because right now, even though Walmart has the cheapest prices in town, all I can afford to buy is like a tangerine after I'm done with my shopping. Maybe this means that now I can possibly graduate and buy an orange because that's 10 cents more. Woohoo! Great job, Michelle. Now, you gotta wish Michelle a happy birthday. And what did she do on her birthday that happened last weekend? Well, she did a little bit of community service on MLK Day. But maybe she partied on Wednesday because China was in town. Now, President Hu Jintao was in town and everybody came out for the state dinner on Wednesday. People like Barbara Streisand, Vera Wang, Jackie Chan, even Yo-Yo Ma came out for the big no star-studded. But everyone seemed to be more buzz about who didn't show up to the dinner. People like, no gate-crashing housewives. No, they didn't show up. No John Boehner. No Harry Reid. What? No Harry Reid? Now, his name sort of got everyone by a surprise in that Harry Reid did not show up. But John Boehner, no. Everybody's kind of used to him snubbing the president and that he seems as though he always has to wash his hair every time he gets an invitation from President Obama. So, good luck with that. But China was here all week, and the president basically did his best giving his used car salesman technique, saying, listen, President Hu, I can put you in a brand new American-made plane, train, even automobile. Yes, let's make a deal. Let me get you to part with some of that currency. But we don't know if actually any of that brokering or bartering worked, because at the end of the day, all we really got was a confirmation that China plans on allowing us to keep those pandas at the zoo a little longer. Pandas. Yeah, like that's going to help our economy. Thanks, China. Now, keeping on the whole animal motif, the congressional floor looked a little bit like a dog and pony show last week as the Republicans kept to their promise to vote on health care. And yes, they did that because according to the Republicans, when they were voted in back in November, the American people wanted them to get rid of health care, bring back small government. They wanted them to bring about all these changes, and they had a whole list of things that they outlined and stated on the floor in this whole big production. Now, I don't know about you, but when I voted back in November, all I saw were names on my ballot box. But the Republicans came up with all kinds of situations and all kinds of debating reasons on why they should change and overthrow health care, and they tried to make it happen. But that's neither here nor there. It was a good show. It was a great performance, but it's going nowhere because the Senate will kill it once it reaches them, because Reid's not even going to bring it up for debate. But every great performance has a little bit of drama, and thank Representative Steve Cohen for that drama, and that he accused the Republicans of behaving like Nazis. Nazis, not the fun-loving Hogan's Heroes slapsticky Nazis. No, he accused the Republicans of behaving more like the Schindler's List version of Nazis. And yeah, the Republicans did not take very kindly to the reference. And they expected Cohen to go back and retract his comments. And Cohen said, no, I'm not retracting them because I meant every word that I said. Now, somebody who did go back and try to clarify some things that they said was Sarah Palin. Now, she showed up on Monday on the Fox network talking to Hannity, basically trying to begin the delicate procedure of removing her foot from her mouth, like that classic board game operation. And she tried very hard when she was removing that foot from her mouth not to touch the sides and get buzzed and lose her turn. Now, she did a good job on Monday, but maybe Sarah can learn something from an old school player, somebody like Newt Gingrich, because on Tuesday he showed up on Good Morning America talking to George. And during that conversation, Newt showed all kinds of political class, and that he applauded the president on his speech last week in Arizona. And then he also added a little bit of levity to the whole Palin media controversy thing, saying that Palin could possibly learn a thing or two if she slowed down because she moved too fast. You gotta make the morning last. You gotta kick it down the cobblestone. Having fun and feeling groovy. Now, somebody who's not feeling so groovy these days is Keith Olbermann. No, because he got fired from MSNBC. That means there's an opening at MSNBC. And then there was a big announcement that Regis Philbin is retiring. And I love Regis Philbin. I grew up in New York. I lived there for a brief time, and I really loved turning on the television every morning when I could and seeing Regis and then Kathy Lee and then seeing Regis and then Kelly. And I was a follower when they used to have a board and they used to like peg every time they added a new station, Loved that show. Watched it forever. Because Regis is kind of like the fun-loving uncle who would pull quarters from his ear or tell you funny jokes or just, just kind of be there slapsticking and making the most of your morning. So I'm going to kind of miss him because, like Kelly said on Wednesday, I mean, whoever expected this day to happen that he would announce that he was retiring. So all this outpouring of love and admiration is definitely due because we don't want to see you leave, Reg. So even though you gotta go, just don't go too far away, okay? Just don't go too far away. Just go away a little bit and then come back because I still need you. I'm still growing up. Now, somebody else who announced that they are retiring this week is Senator Joe Lieberman. And my notes on him, I got nothing. I'll see you next time.